There, I was actually sleeping and jump up at 6:30. I tried to save this little makeup from last night to
Wait,
look decent.
wait, 6:30 doing?
So I might be a little bit shiny, but you know we're here. How are
Well,
you, darling?
good, good, good. It's nice to see you. Wait, listen, Mama, well, I'm get a little applause going for Wally. Well, and a little bit people. Trying to know about me just because we want to get through with this, you know. So, I mean,
Let me ask a question. I wanted to know if, like Instagram Live, if I was to join, it would bring my followers as well. That's not happening.
no, all right. So you see, because for some reason, I use three platforms. I've never used the Instagram. I'm on Instagram too, right? But I've never
Yeah.
used the Instagram platform for this. But we can also go over to Instagram.
No, what I am saying is that what I'm asking is that I know how they operate. So I know that if you are on a live and you my viewers are seeing as well. I know that when you get done, you're going to save the live so people can watch afterwards and stuff. I was just wondering. Okay, I can see up at the top you have 1,300 likes. I don't know if it's for this video.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually, yes, it's for this video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, but you know what, that you just give me an idea. I only focus on Facebook and TikTok. So I'm gonna try to use
But
up my
TikTok is really trending no more anyway.
yes, for that's why I'm like TikTok. All right, big up your nice clean self. So make a can come in and
All
start.
right.
I mean, I think everybody who is on this live at this point know who Wally British is, you know. And if you don't know who Wally British is, you're under a rock. But everybody I say, "Hi, Wally."
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. So, this is one I just it's a day of relaxation. Just ask some questions about you, as Wally, as an immigrant, as it pertains to you as an immigrant. So but first, I never asked you how you get the name Wally British. Me always wonder.
Okay, as we were an immigrant moving here, I had to marry and therefore my last name changed, but my name is now Williams, but my name was Wallace before. So the Wally kind of came from the Wallace. And as a child living in Jamaica, most of my mother side of family lives in England. That's where my mother was raised. So every year, my household is always filled with visitors from England, family and stuff like that. And I made just 2 trips over there in my earlier childhood days. And just some always, at Jamaica, when people see English people, when they don't know their name, they might say English or British. So with the two little travel, when me travel go over there and always have a bunch of English people around. A few people used to start call me British from then. And it was a guy that I was dated at one point. Just put the Wally ending up say Wally British from before it became a name for social media. So me actually get the name before me start to do any of this vlogging thing from an ex that I was dated. But the Wally definitely stemmed from the Wallace, and the British came from, the little British background that I had.
Gotcha, gotcha. But it's thick because
Yeah,
everybody
it's
know
still.
you.
Yeah,
I want
so when
British.
I got out there in the vlogging, it was like a good name for like a public figure then. You know what I mean? Like a good name. Just like an artist, I go into the business. If your name is Patrick, I go really go into your music business naming Patrick. Some kind of name I go come up to be a stage name or whatever. Somebody said it winded up being a good stage name. And so I ran with it. Yes.
So, I mean, I've been watching you from the days of Red Flag, from way, way back. Is that how you got started on social media? Through red flagging?
No, no. When I came out with Red Flag, that was 2016. but I actually made my first video in 2014. In January of 2014 is where I made my first video and uploaded and got a great feedback from it. And the feedback led me to feel like making more and more. So by the time February came around, I I would have gotten to the stage where them say viral then. So
Okay.
within a month, I had gotten viral with some videos. Videos that was doing good when me gain loads of followers from my earlier videos, which was some videos like side chick and main chick and side man where like every topic a side man, me elaborate on some things of side man do's and don'ts, side chick do's and don'ts, and so all of them look a video they did a canic and like videos like mother-in-law. So me I talk about some mother-in-law, all kind of thing when me could have think of then. What if a content did that come in my head, so that it just did a flow. So by February I became viral. So that is 2014. So I was literally making videos for 2 years before Red Flag came.
Oh.
When I just started, obviously the vlogging is at a different stage now from then because we are talking about 2014. So whole heap of different things change now. What I was gonna say, I was putting out so much content, like for example, because the rush that I was getting from the feedback, if me put out a video this morning and me think about something else this evening, me put it out again. While nowadays, or if me did more structure, me did more know what I was doing, you'd have put out a content now, wait 3 days, put out a content or a week or whatever the case may be. So I'd kind of run, in my opinion, me run my mouth too much in a quick space of time till at one point, me feel like me run out of what to talk about. So I had gotten like what the word no you feel like okay it's like you can't find a hit, you can't find a
Yeah,
hit,
fine.
and I was
Black.
frustrated.
What do you call it again? I forgot. Like when singers can't find a song or
Can't find a hit, can't and make some little video but then hit the mark like it usually done. I was getting frustrated for a while, and then in 2016 the red flag came up. Like there was this guy who was trying to date me. I met on Instagram, and I decided to meet up with him. And when I met up with him, it's just like the half hour to an hour that we spent around each other, the whole conversation, red flag just keep on come up in my head for whatever reason, just based on some things in the conversation where before I left from the date, me know say, all right, you never did go see me again, and me know me da go make a video named Red Flag. So when me left from him, it's just like me had planned the video in my head before I even left from his presence.
Did you
So
guys end up dating?
no, me not, how me I go date him and me tell you say from the one date about 10 different something happen. If make red flag a come up in my head. So with that being said, when me leave from his presence that night, me just wait him out 1 2 weeks. Cause if you just left from somebody and talk some things, if I Instagram him a talk to me and him I go see. So me wait it out a little bit and sing it in a made every day. Some things I want to see and me make it and when I put it out, it was just like when an artist find a hit song after can't finding a song for a little while. You understand? So
Yeah.
it really took off and then took me to another level. So some persons really that was the time. If that was the time when some people was aware, but I was out there 2 years before and doing well, but yes, but
And
not as good as that now.
red flag took you to that other level.
To a
Um,
real global level, to the point where I was able to go on tour to England and stuff off of that.
and that's why I was
They,
about to ask, because of your success, so all those other things, who are some of the people you had the opportunity to work with in the industry? Opportunity to work
okay, well, remember now, I was making
with in the industry.
vlogging now and vlogging.
Opportunity to work.
Vlogging now and
I don't
vlogging
know
then
what
is kind
happened.
of
Hold
different.
on,
Like
Wally.
I would say the difference with me, huh?
No, I was saying there's a
You hearing me,
feedback
Debbie?
after. Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay, the difference with me, is that I had gotten an opportunity to move from just the vlogging. It was in the stages of when I came out. Persons started to think like dancehall persons, promoters started to feel the need to highlight, to bring persons who were popular now on the internet as a guest on at their events. So from me becoming popular from the vlogging, promoters started reaching out to me to be a host or something at their event. So with that, now I started to end up on shows. Now that doesn't happen with every vlogger. That doesn't happen with every vlogger at all, but a lot of vloggers just continue and just do them vlogging and is able to eat in terms of making money from the YouTube and stuff like that. But for me, continue and just do them vlogging. Me, I hear a feedback.
Yeah,
Me
me
hate
too.
it. You hear it still?
No, me hear what
And is able to eat in terms of
yeah, it
making
comes
money
and goes.
from the YouTube and stuff like that. But for me, continue and just do them vlogging. I'm annoyed because me just a hear over
Yeah,
myself.
I heard it too.
I'm not hearing you now. I want to know if you're hearing me clearly.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. You can't hear me?
Let me try for go. Let me go inside.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing you. You can't hear me?
Let me try for go. Let me go inside.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing you. You can't hear me?
Yes, I'm
Try
hearing.
for good. Let me go inside.
Yeah, but what I'm
You know
saying
what's
is every
passing
time
that
after I
that
speak, me I hear about
you
myself.
can't hear me? Try for good. All right.
And it does make sense. We start over,
Yeah, no, I was gonna
right?
say, yeah, I was gonna say, Wally, because no, you're a little bit frozen. Oh, Wally,
Hold on a second. Yes. Yeah, let me get it. Get it. I was speaking inside where it's about me heart. That's like it isn't working. How is it now?
okay, the echo stopped, but it's not clear like you were before. It's the connection, so that's why I was gonna say to you, maybe you wanna come off and come back on again. Okay, you're frozen now.
How is it now?
All right. I can't hear you now. Continue. Right. So your live pause. I'm not seeing your face and I can't hear you. Wait, Wally, hold on. I can't hear you, but it says your live pause. So I don't know if you touched them. No, I'm not seeing your face again, but I can hear you. So I think what I think you should do is come off and come back on again. Come on and go back out and come back in. It's not you're not gonna start over, you're just gonna yeah, somebody said them can't hear you. So come off and come off and yeah, come off and come back again. All right, so we just give Wally some time to come back on again. All right, so let me send her another invite. All right, so I hope the connection is better this time. All right, can't see a picture yet, but I can hear you in the
You see me
background.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see a picture yet. Whatever they told you to do, yes, I can see you now. You're good now.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
so yes. So back to where you. Let me tell you where you stopped. Where the promoters hired you.
Okay, so Um,
as a vlogger?
okay. Looking at the comment, seeing where I couldn't hear before. I don't know if the fact that I got off or hearing me for that. So somebody make let us know if people are see here now.
And you break up.
Somebody go ahead and type. Let us it. Before I came on with you, when I first started live, I had taken my Wi-Fi off. So then you was having an issue, so I just and turn on and on network.
Yeah, your internet, Wally, your internet connection really bad. When you were outside, we were hearing you very, very well. Since you come inside, it starts breaking up. But we know so out the door hot, right? Because you're Florida.
Yeah, when I was outside, it was better.
Yes. Since you come in the house, it start break up.
You say when I was outside, it was better.
Yes. Don't go too far from the house though.
But
Yeah.
so how she said them say me good now.
Yeah, you're good. Right. We can't.
So
Right.
it's me at outside door.
Come in there.
Outside door I had. Outside door at. So where was I again? I was saying no. People winding up now started decide for book internet sensations to have a little spark to their event. So at that
Right.
time when I came out, people that was out in and around the same time was people like Gallus in Paris and oh gosh, what's this other guy on Instagram right now? One who his girlfriend name was Diane at the time. They're not together anymore. What's his name again?
And the one that played the girl role and the guy
No,
role, the mad.
no, yeah, one he just had a comedy show recently.
Okay.
Yes, a couple of us was out at that time. So I ended up started getting the opportunity to go out there on shows. Obviously not knowing what I am going to do on shows because starting out the vlogging wasn't anything that was planned. It was just take up your video and just attack something and people find it funny and it start work and them around the just make some other video and just a talk. So when people a person get reach out to you now and wanna know how much you charge to come on a show, you know you try everything. What me I go up on a show go do because I just talk me attack some things from my phone. So
Thank you,
anyway,
Ricardo.
I think it was Raga Shanti who was doing radio show at the time. It was him, my videos had reached around to him and people was telling me that he was always talking about me on his show and told me to call in on his show and what Chabas is the name I was trying to remember.
Robert, right.
Yeah,
So,
them people let it out when me just come out. So everybody else really are after down the line and come. So me call Raga Shanti show the day. Cause people already did that tell me saying, Funda you Wally can ever talk about you and your video them and blah blah blah. So when I called in for the show, I realized he was promoting his birthday party in New York and in Fort Lauderdale, two different locations. So to me go up on the show now, me feel boots up and pump. Me start to say, Raga, bust me pan then two show ya Raga. Bust me pan then two show ya and I guess maybe me have him pan the spot or whatever. Him say I go make me come on the show. Poor me now no know where me I go on show go do. So when me actually got to New York and for go on the show, me feel like say me there go get for girl on Raga Shanti feature if you tell me what me I go do or blah 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 blah. Me never get that opportunity, so me there cry, me I get cold feet because I've been on a stage to do any of that. So me ending up where I guess he felt confident, like, no worry yourself, you will do it, you will do it, or whatever, whatever. So I was there, me never get a chance to be around him till a time for actually go on the stage itself. So the whole time when me there, I was worried, teary-eyed, all of this, I wonder what me I gonna do.
you,
But
Wally?
one thing it is with a good MC. when a person calls you on stage, the way how them call you on stage have a lot to do. So you see, when it was my time, and how he called me on stage, and big up this woman, she a da 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 da. By the time I go up on the stage, whole heap of something come out of my mouth, and me just attack the things them, just like a talker from me get a forward, and the people they make whole heap of nice. Me say, well, I guess that's it. You know what I mean? So I did that with no kind of experience and stuff like that. And him take me to the show in a Fort Lauderdale. You know, me do me them the time there's Mr. Red Flag now commit. So them there's time they know me I talk about side chick. And when you know a side chick, you know no position and this and that and blah 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 blah. So I just the way me used to talk and me delivery and all of that, whatever they liked about it, so it worked. But from there, luckily, when the Red Flag came out in 2016, by this me I get hosting jobs year after year after year after year. And so from a little bit of experience in the hosting, it lead from one thing to the next. So people now say they want to book me for comedy show. Like feel like a stand-up comedy again. Me no know nothing about that because and I like me used to watch stand-up comedy and I say me want to be a comedian. So it's like all of that me get thrown into without even knowing what I was doing. But you know, I guess if you have fans, they love you look away already. You have to do really bad for them to work with you. You understand? So I got a whole lot of opportunity to do that and then did even have a couple stand-up comedy show. And then when the Red Flag came out, now shows after show and couple of tours. I think I had went to England one time on a tour before the Red Flag. And when I did the Red Flag, I went back over there again. So from doing hosting, it further led on to being an MC. So now an MC now, they don't really have a lot of popular personnel to even do that job they even here in the US, you know, like even female wise. So you find, say for example, there's a Jamaican stage show then with Jamaican artists. In a Jamaica, I really miss Kitty and Yanni Curvy Diva locked down that the department there. Is nowadays now you have a few more, like you have like Nikki Z and a couple more who handle MCing and stuff. It's really not a lot of them into America, so that open up a lot of doors now. People say, I want to book you for your MC. Obviously, none of it I had the experience and me just go and try to do what I do. When I first came out, Miss Kitty had a live radio show in Jamaica. That was the first radio show that reached out to me. Women know say alright, a viral, me gone, me come and know Miss Kitty them a big time people. So you know when like you have shows, you have your persons behind the scene, the executive producers and stuff like that, who had them find the persons for you to interview and stuff. So I had made a connection with Miss Kitty's behind the scene person. So she's actually the person from this day till now. Because when I found out, say me I get work now for go up and show and stuff, I don't know what me I do. Something told me to reach out back to that lady for I tell her I don't know what me I do and stuff like that. I ask her for help and stuff and I've been through. So as was to the question, like you know, who may ever have the most difficult time, I would want to say during an MC, being an MC, I think one time I have one show which was kind of like a Rasta type lineup. Maybe a Sizzler and maybe even a female artist, Itana and stuff like that. Then the time that even though me still I do a lot, me not have no money like that because the media never set up with money and make out it like no with these nowadays bloggers. So me still really never have nothing much. So you know, clothes wise or any little thing, yeah, bitch up together. So I guess me they have a little short something or whatever. So when me they make for a call and Itana, she make me know say like when me have on my love. Like you know, so like she's a really kind of like a Rasta type vibe. So me shorts or whatever. When me overall maybe me should have in a one long gown because a Rasta show. So would I say at this alone me get like a bit of hard time with. But with
were you able to continue despite the fact that they didn't think you were appropriately dressed?
No, I just she probably alone did feel so within fear herself. So it probably was two MCs. So probably me no call on she and another MC call on she or whatever. But you know, I did my thing anyway, feeling some kind of way. Maybe when she a go on the stage now with the mic, you know, she probably say it. So by this me don't come off of the stage already. But you know,
Yeah,
feel some
yeah.
kind of way about that. So me not forget that. But as me say, being an MC and I like me I go come across with too much people me I go have an hard time with because, you know, that's what I'm doing. And
And
if
so
I'm being
based on what you explained earlier, so you would say Raga Shanti is the one that really kind of
Raga Shanti took me on the first show. So meaning, as me tell you, my very first video came out January 2014, and the very first stage I went on was March something. So within
okay.
2 months, me get on a stage first.
And
But
Raga did that.
within 1 month, my first radio interview, which was big, was Miss Kitty Live. So I just so me know, say, all right, make me a sister, rat in a bus, you're busting a Wally, like, you know what I mean? Thousands and thousands of followers that come to your page every day. So you see, say something new happen. Like just like right now, a person might come out like even when a mackerel became viral.
Yes.
I remember when mackerel first video come out and I may see her name tag on lava page. And when me go up on the page, maybe about 4 posts up on the page and maybe 200 followers not up on it. And just from the one video will go viral, by the time day 2, day 3, you look near 100,000 for the on it. So imagine the rush of seeing so many numbers that come to you at one time.
Make
So
it so
it's
good.
kind of like a beautiful feeling.
Okay.
Nonsense.
So let me ask you a question now. So what are some of the setbacks, since you moved to the States, what are some of the setbacks or even one of the setbacks? Like, all right, when I say setback, we will have plans to do things, or we want things to go a certain way in our life, and
Yeah.
it just now got away there. What's one of the setbacks or one of the things that you think that, boy, should I do better this or whatever?
Yeah. Well, all right. When it come on to the stage work and the MC, the catch never really dropped from the time I might start. So me feel say I just God definitely a look out for me, for make me have constant work in that the department there. But me setback come now in terms of the video making, the time kind of change with how video I make now from how I did I making at them the time there. And probably be me not really keep up with the nowadays of what it is going on, so I don't make videos as much. So it's been a while now. I have not been really making videos as much as when I just came out. But at the same time, I guess I had worked enough to make my name become an household name to the point where me is definitely a legit event host or a MC. So me still have constant work to be able to eat, which still stems from me being a vlogger in the first place. So the setback now is just like how the vlogging is how them a vlog now or something. Not really I do it, a lot of editing, a lot of voice over, a lot of different something where it's just like me just never keep up
With that.
in a department to be able to do. But I just feel like as long as me I eat, I feel like say me alright. And then the doors open, wallet more come in, everybody have them time. You have to make people have them time to do what they're doing as well.
Um, Success means different things to different people.
Right,
For me personally, success to me is I'm not homeless, and I can provide food.
right.
Because to me, when you have those two things, that's what I determine success as. Everything else, abrata. What does success mean to Wally British?
Well, success for me would wanna be a little bit more. Success for me is living comfortably. Whenever me be honest, living comfortably can afford, can
Be
afford,
honest. I want you to be
can
honest.
can to me it means living comfortably is able to afford whatever it is that you would like, even if it's not as big as me feel like mother want to go buy a yacht out there on the beach or whatever, but me feel like whatever your heart desire, you're able can afford, really have a successful business going on for you, and just just be able to afford luxury in a sense is kind of what me determine as
That's success.
success.
I know you
So
have a
as
boutique. You still have that boutique?
yes I do. Yes
Okay,
I do.
okay. So I'll also tag it in the video. People, she has a nice, she said very nice actings,
Right,
acting
right.
things. Yes. So
Where me want for me want for can go get me look a handbag them for $2,000 and them look money and me still not reach just say it.
you will, you will.
Good thing me not pussy seem like me look a tomboy, sorry if that no make me not have to have a bag or stuff like that sometime, but just saying. So I'm not quite actually there, but I know that I am going to get there. But I am actually comfortable and satisfied and grateful for what I have
Wow.
accomplished, and how I am currently living and stuff like that.
Because sometimes people often because our eyes are still always out there wanting more, and we
Yeah.
forget to give thanks for what we do have.
Right.
And sometimes we kind of lose our way with not like Jesus. When you look for our life, we live good enough,
Yeah.
especially coming from where we are come from, and we live good, but in our minds and hearts we want more, so we forget to be thankful. So
Right.
I'm happy that you
Yeah,
are.
I am definitely grateful because, just have to acknowledge the fact that it could have been way worse. You know what I mean? And so much more persons are less fortunate. So we have to be grateful to be able to even keep up with a roof over our head as hard as time is for a lot of people.
Do you feel that you have done better since you moved to the United States, or you'd have still be doing the same things if you were still in Jamaica?
I definitely would not have been doing the same. So me really glad me reached to America. Me know it's everybody dream down there for reach. Me glad me reach. Me know it wouldn't have been the same for me. Um, it would not have been the same. The struggles would have been more real. For some persons in Jamaica, when you manage to have a little house, you don't really have if you once you get to build a little house in a Jamaica without a board or out a brick, once you done do that a hungry a little light, most people have water in their yard free, or most people have them light or they have thief light.
Bridge
So
light,
open
yeah.
people that live in Jamaica with limited bills, especially if you're from rural communities and not, Kingston and certain who've developed communities and areas then. So it might seem easier then, but then at Jamaica when me live there, me not see myself that go if my acquire if my car. Me not know if maybe me did it till now things would have change, but just the things them where you're able to gain in America,
You're not
me feel
able.
say it easier definitely than down there. So I feel like my life would have definitely been harder if I was down there. So I am definitely glad I got the opportunity to come here. I had gotten a visa at the age of 17. So a visa allows you 6 months at a time. So I was back and forth with the 6 months until things got real. I had gotten a child. Me more feel like me have to settle somewhere now, or establish myself, because now me have a responsibility. So it was at that point I made the decision to do what most of us have to do, which is decide if you're gonna run off, you're gonna stay, and then the struggle now to find out how you're going to make yourself right to be able to get your legal documents. So I had faced that, made the decision to make that move. Fortunately for me, so because we can't really make everybody feel like say it easy, because we know oh so well your life pause.
No, I was just saying
Yes,
something real quick.
yes.
Sorry, yeah.
Also well that it is hard for some persons, but it didn't take long for me to be able to find somebody that I was able to marry. and
Yeah, man. And
get my
so
way through.
yes, so yes. Go move on from this. So are you a single mom now? Are you still are you
Yes, I am a single mom. When I came here first, I had came for a while before I was able to get my son. So I would say I probably had left him for 2 years or something like that. So when I got him here, he was almost 7 years old. His father was living in Jamaica, so while I was here, he was from my mother to his father. So they were fine there. But then when I moved him here, obviously I'm the mother, me I go carry my child where I'm at, hopefully for him to have a better life too as well. So with him moving or migrating here as well to live with me, then the distance came between he and father. So because my child just end up living with me. He was going for some holidays, but after a while he wasn't into Jamaica. So so the distance
uh,
became what it was. So I became a single mother at that point and has been since then.
and how has it been for you being a single mom, an immigrant, raising a child in America by yourself pretty much? How has that been for you?
Well, it before having legal documents, it was challenging to find a job or an establishment to even hire you for you to be able to have any kind of an income. So for a good moment, it was like a hard struggle. You face a lot of things when you're not straight. I remember I had gotten a work at this restaurant under the table. Everybody else in there full blown American boss man and supervisor and stuff know my position. So me felt like I was being dealt with unfairly because, probably they know,
Yeah,
I'm not choice. So we face a lot of stuff like that. However, I always had family members here in Orlando that I knew had legitimate businesses that I could have came and got employed. But I always knew that my family was more after the stricter side and the more straight and narrow type of person. I feel like I was a little bit not the straight and narrow type of person. So by all means, I was avoiding that, and it was my actual last, what you call it, last resort fi know say make up my mind fi know say alright.
I
Me
eat
I go
that.
get my family and me I go work. So for definitely have a steady good job. So then it became easier because I was able to stay and do that job right until I was actually legal to do what I'm supposed to do. So yes, it was very challenging to have to try to keep up with that job, being an immigrant before you really have your documents.
And oftentimes people look at people who they deem to be successful and think that boy, them lucky or them just, they don't understand the sacrifice, the struggle, the
Mhm.
things that you have to go through to be where you are.
Right.
Did you see yourself going through a lot before you get to where you are? And me not talk about being a rich person, but you're contented. Did you go through a lot of struggles, especially when you were an illegal immigrant to know, or even though you're straight
Right.
now?
Yeah. Like that's the period of time that I was telling you about where my struggles came. When I had to find employment and employers knew that they had the handle because you don't have much choice to be able to go there and pick a job. Dime a dozen as a person who is straight.
I face
So
that
it
too.
yes, so it was I went through a good maybe about 4 years. I went through about a good 4 years of that trying to I even tried even a work program one time. I tried different things. I tried all kind of different employment where people that take you in and hire you without what you need, but it was never safe. I remember one time I was even in Newport, Rhode Island. I had went there to try to get some employment. Other persons was there telling me they had employment there. So I went to a household that was housing like 6 workers who came up our program. So one of them took me into their room. It happened that the person who had taken me in, she was kind of like the mischief of the household. So by the time I got there, not even 2 weeks, well, the household fall apart and the hotel company they was working for fired them all and sent them home. So they had to come out of the place. Me just did a 2 week, me not make no money yet, borrow all kind of people money to be able to reach up to the program. So by any means necessary, I had to stay back. So I remember when I even had to come out of that household, it was a white restaurant owner man that this same lady that I had went to had introduced me to help me find work. I him me there to put my trust in her within just 2 weeks of knowing him. If me could have did basically catch I'm pleased. And by the time he brought me in I'm pleased one night, he had a roommate which was another man. Come to find out, it look like the two of them did a business. So you carrying in a woman in the house and now I put up. I was there sleeping upstairs on them third floor. I'm here. The second floor a tear down would have like them would have fight. So you imagine me a fret now there in a whole other place where me don't know nobody else but this a man. And not like he was trying to talk to me, but you know if these you watch so much show sometime and so much series, you don't know if one man will get mad and kill them one another downstairs and decide, say, oh, we have an eyewitness upstairs.
Oh, go kill Aaron.
We are gonna get rid of her. So when daylight and him tell me say me na he nah go can work out, he never have to tell me twice because I wait for daylight for reach out to tell you say me I go to as well. And it was another worker
Thank
when
you,
me to go to
Ashley.
them place go clean. Take me in under them basement little bit so I rough living them there for box board from place to place.
Thank
No,
you.
people like that just to try to make it. So me really got through, me really got through some of that before, Me was able to really get right or make up my mind for come amongst my family them when me, as me say, been know of legit business. But me just still feel like me and them are the same type of people. So I avoided for a while, but then after a while, I
Thank
realized
you,
that the best
Ashley.
thing me ever do because my life changed from then right into me. So it was on my family's job that I was where I started the vlogging. So it was
Okay,
during
okay.
my employment, my time in being employed by my family member. It was in that period of time where I started vlogging 2014. And based on how the blogging start going within 2 3 months, me just know say me boss and from this I me just know say all right, me never did really have to work no more in terms of,
Doing
you know,
that.
the
But
job.
people would look at Wally British and not know that, and that's why because I select certain people to talk to because I feel that people don't know your backstory per se. And it's not because I have a couple of people who are typing on there saying it's so nice to hear this because they're feeling like boy them hopeless and helpless, and hearing other people talk about their story and talk about their situation. When you give somebody something, it's not always tangible, just your little words. And how for settings, and you're very good with how you present things. People
Right.
feel it, people connect with you. And I'm happy that I got this opportunity to talk to you from this perspective. Me not talk to you about so much way I do, but pretty much what you've been through.
Right.
See a side of you that they've never seen, and hear things about you that they've never heard,
Right.
and so when they look at you now, say, boy, Wally been through all of this, and here she is. So if Wally can do it, me can do it too.
Yeah, man, me do all of the things, them man, all kind of things. Definitely had my my lows before it became
Get that high.
somewhat of an high,
If you had to really,
So it can be done. It can be done, and it is so much more opportunities here to do other than, as Mr. My opportunity came from I feel like a god just know say Wally a good smaddy. My sister let me just give you something to do. That's how me look.
Right? And if you had a chance to relive your life,
Please
what
say
would you
because say that again.
if you had a chance to relive your life, is there anything that you would have done differently, or
Yeah
you have
man.
made the same mistakes them because they led to something? What would you have done differently if you had to if you get one more chance to live over again? And
Lord, I,
hold on, while Indian Lee say you motivate her, she's
I
been
just migrated in a new country. It's just like a start over. Boy, rough. When me first usually a company visa and I try stay, it a hard for me stay because me did a miss back home and I miss my friend them. And me always like partying. So it's like me did a miss my whole party life back home and stuff like that. And even like what me tell you when me ending up get settled on my family them wasn't the type of people they when me finally settling in my family them living job, me never did have no friend or nobody but the place I'm usually I get lonely and all me could have think about I could go back to Jamaica, I could go back. It was one point I met a cousin who tell Wally try if you stay in America and get yourself right where you can get your son here for a better life. And she became close to me and my friend and kind of motivate me to stay. Because at 1 minute me couldn't really get over down there. It took me it was when I came out 2014 into 2015 and started traveling and getting shows here, there and everywhere. That was where my mind got off of knowing say alright every Easter, every Christmas, every summer, every this me want go down to Jamaica. You understand? Because it is really hard to keep up with both if you want to really live it like that. So a word to somebody planning on leaving back there down there, make certain say you totally get over down there because baby if you don't you come you will stress out and go crazy, especially if you're not dropped in a good situation because me know say some people for tell their stories of where they really got through boy in I foreign. Forget
and
themselves right rough.
yes, a lot of us, including myself. But Wally, so I want you to end this summary giving your word of advice to anyone who is listening now, anyone who will listen after this is posted, and circulates. What is your word of advice or motivation or tip to any immigrant, whether them straight now or whether them because you're straight that means say you're rich, because people have this false sense that me get a green card, I'm good. No, the work just start. And for those who are try to get it together.
Well,
So
well, all right.
two sort of
Me
people
feel, me
that
feel like so once you get your green card, as like you just say, it just start. But one word when I want to give people, that is something where everybody needs to bear in mind. It is so important, guys. I wish me didn't know about it or have somebody that teach me about that because having good credit in America is really everything. So once you come to America, you get yourself straight, find out how credit works, make certain you do it the right way, make certain you know destroy it because it is really like having a gold spoon in your mouth,
it's a lot
literally
of money.
having good credit. So that does come off at the top of my head a while ago when it comes on to credit. Also, again, if you come here, you had any kind of education somewhat from Jamaica, try to see if you can go further in that department. See if you can further your education. I think it is so much easier over here. Me feel like the schooling system and education down at Jamaica, me feel like it designed for me feel say the design for your field down there. Me don't know if it's wrong. Because it just so much more harder down there. Me feel like over here them help you so much to succeed. In a sense, even from to graduating high school to university, them design it for you to really win here. So if you have any kind of ambition and you have any kind of education from yard already, follow through with it. Go in a school and see what it is that you can do. If the education not up there like that, a skill. Right now, me feel say
A couple things of
Skill.
Wally.
Me feel like say skill right now a lead, or even with education right now, because baby, if you is a male, see if you can go learn for the local electrician, little where the male work, then go say no again where the man them a do. If you're a female, there's just so many things we can do when it comes on to skill. Once you're willing to learn to do something here, there's money to be made. Right now, hairdressers and nail tech and makeup artists are banking.
And
There's
somebody said
so many
HVAC.
opportunities. You can sit down and watch YouTube and make a living off it. You can sit down and watch YouTube and master the art of how to do makeup and never have to do a 9 to 5 again. Like that serious. Right now, if you're here and you're a good makeup artist, on any given Saturdays, most makeup artists are charge all $100 fees now. And on any given Saturday, have their 8, 9 fees. So Saturday alone, you can make $800, not to mention right throughout the week. I know we normally stray towards the CNA department and the nursing field. I
And
guess it's just
living, HHA.
right. Me know say it is one of the more, me don't know if there are more jobs available in the field, but I don't even know if I the best. But just feel like going down that direction, then I sense some of the time I would have like a hard work we are run down. Because we really kind of used to hard work down at Jamaica, but there's so many things to
More,
do.
so much more
But
beyond that.
there's a lot of money on it too. And then no, some to let me take that back, because a lot of CNAs, as some you can get it at the right feel and the right establishment where you just go there and do your two local thing with your patient, and you just have to sit down with them all day and and they work the hard too. But there's so many other things to do beyond that. But you just want to get yourself, me say your number one thing, man. Get your credit right. If you is a male, nobody come here come breed up no Wally pa American. Nobody come here come breed up and have no Wally pa picking. Because all kind of random things me are telling about, because in the whole child support situation here, it's terrible down at
Thank you,
Jamaica,
Ashley.
but it's worse here in the foreign, and it really can destroy your life. So if you not put yourself in a position to be able to take care of kids, don't bother come here cause start Frank William really make me call baby, because you're going to trouble. But once you keep your head up, your work towards your goal, it is really, you can really achieve it. And that is how I was glad I migrated here, because there are way more opportunities,
Opportunities.
and we can't take back that down at Jamaica nice and we know and stuff like that. But hey,
The money.
we
The
can't we
money.
can't deny the fact that there are way more opportunities here. We just have to come here and make the most of it, and life should be smooth from there. They say life is really what you make it. So I guess what I am living now is what I have made of mine. Just like what Debbie is living now is what she's made of hers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Wally. It was a pleasure. And Ashley is one of our givers here. And Wally, you need to use TikTok a little bit more.
Yes,
I know you're an IG person, but you need to come up to TikTok.
right,
Uh,
right. I
yeah,
am.
thank you
I
so
really,
much.
really have to get myself together. I really don't know what is going on with me, but I just have not been keeping up. I don't know what is going on with my motivation. I'm pray God to pick it up back to where it needs to be, so I can continue to do, you know,
Thank you.
what I need to do
And
for
you've
those
done what
people.
I wanted from you. You've delivered because you're just speaking from the heart, which I know that you are good at. You know,
Right.
you're speaking and you're connected based on the comments. I mean, later on, I have to go through and because you see the thing about their live TikTok live, it's not stored like left there after you're done. It
Oh,
Yes, it's different. So that's why I turn them into YouTube videos. But
okay.
but I still bring them back over. I share them on Facebook. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you,
Okay,
baby.
so what you have to do? What you have to do? You have to screen record it when once it's done,
No, no, no. I just
or
screen
you're on YouTube now as well.
No, so wait, I screen record it because there's portions that I'm gonna chop up and
Right.
post, but
Right.
it's saved as a video in your YouTube. There's a part in the creators part. So the entire video, the only thing that, because we can't see the likes, we can't see the comments, just the video itself. So that
Right.
video now I'm gonna send to my editor that's gonna put the tags on who you are, who I am, and make it
Yeah.
for YouTube. But I'm still gonna have the raw video
Okay.
itself. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, but it's dope. But I just wish like you know when you have a live on Facebook, it's the video is just there after you're
Yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah. Wish it would have saved it.
Yes, because you can get to go back and comment on the people. Then it's different here. Once we're done, everything is gone, but the video is saved. That's why I was screen recording a bit because
Right.
I'm gonna chop up some of that and post. But I'm gonna have the other video edited and put stuff in and put your name on it and stuff. But it was a pleasure having you. Let me see.
I'm going before me. I'm going before the week come off.
Thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for talking to and I know you motivate a lot of people today. Thank you, Wally British. Big up your nice clean self.
All right.
And
Thanks for having me,
I'm
David.
working on Ragashanti to get him on here as well. So
And then
it just
his success story is gonna be great because he had disappeared off the scene for a while, only to see him appear the other day, and he's now
graduated.
a law.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he went to
graduated in law.
he's an alumni at my university. So, that's what really made me want to chat to him
Right.
too as
Yeah,
well.
you should be able to get him.
Yeah,
Like
man.
I said, he was the first person who brought me to the stage. So I'm
Thank you.
not gonna ever forget that.
All right. Big up your
All
nice
right.
clean self. All right. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye bye.